Welcome to Special Stage and welcome to Llandudno, the start of the 2020 MRF Tyres BTRDA Rally Championship is upon us. We're awaiting Storm Ciara battering the UK, and today there was a storm out on some iconic rally stages. So here's your daily roundup of action from the Gold Star, the Silver Star and the 1400s here in the BTRDA. Starting, as is now tradition, in the picturesque seaside town of Llandudno, the Cambrian Rally would certainly provide a challenge to start the season. The retirement list growing as the morning went on. But of those who did make it through the stages in one piece, battling through, it would be this man, Stephen Petch, Michael Wilkinson alongside. Former BTRDA champ leading the way as the crews went into the midday service with a 7-second lead over Russ Thompson and Andy Murphy, the hard-charging Evo pair with some changes on the car this season, now in the B13 class and looking faster than ever. Looking forward to the challenge of those overall leaderboards and doing just that here at the opening round. That leaderboard hadn't quite looked the same though all morning. In fact, those two crews had been the other way round before going into the Great Orme stage. Of course, gravel tyres on a tarmac stage, it's enough to level things out. Rally leaders, however, would be Ian Joel and Graham Wood. They held a slim 2-second advantage by the end of stage 3, but would graze the wall, in Ian's words, on the Great Orme stage, causing some damage to the MRF Escort, dropping them to 6th. In the Silver Star, the lead of the category would be in Irish hands. Shane McGeer and Denver Rafferty leading with a slim 8-second advantage at the top. George Lepley's Silver Star victory in the Avenger looked to be paving the way for even more variety in the category this year. And speaking of variety, you know we like that. One of last year's main contenders, Andy Davison and Tom Murphy, would be lying in second place. Not far off the lead, they'd be pushing for that in the afternoon stages. Do not be fooled. And the 1400 category for this year, called the Bronze Star, would be all but decided early on with various retirements. Chris Powell and Jim Lewis, though, leading the way with 1.5 minutes of an advantage in that Sunbeam. One of Powell's expected rivals, Dave Brick, with Rob Woodhouse alongside, had been within half a minute of the Sunbeam pair, but he would retire not before lightening the car when the bumper came off in stage 2, ending up in a few pieces on the stage. And the Bricks weren't the only ones to lose part of the car in stage 2. Clearly a bit of weight-saving strategy going on throughout the field. Johnny Sproat and Sean Cunniff would go one better, losing the wheel. Sadly for them, this would be game over. They'd be forced to pull over. We're into the afternoon then of our day's roundup here from the Cambrian Rally, and of course those 1400 results don't change. Heffin Lloyd Davies and Rich Jones will be the closest contenders to Powell in second place, but it would be Chris with Jim Lewis alongside taking that expected victory. Almost 2 minutes the advantage by the end of the rally, and the very best of starts to their championship campaign. There would though be change in the Silver Star. Our leaders dropping down the results with a penalty, meaning it would be Perry Gardner and Andrew Sankey stepping up to take second place by the finish, as well as leading the R2 Cup into that finish ramp. But taking their first Silver Star victory of the season, and let's face it, it couldn't be any earlier, it would be Andy Davison and Tom Murphy, continuing their good pace from 2019 and really kicking off the new decade and their 2020 campaign with a bang here in Llandudno. There'd be frustration though for Russ Thompson and Andy Murphy in their B13 Evo, their podium position slipping away. The pace was there, but the position sadly wasn't to be. They dropped down a few places into 6th overall. It would be, though, as a result, a delighted Ian Bainbridge and Dale Bowen taking their second place in that Skoda that they've been campaigning towards the end of last season. Good to see a new crew fighting at the top in the BTRDA. But taking the very first win of the 2020 season in the Gold Star, and indeed overall in the BTRDA Championship, would be Stephen Petch and Michael Wilkinson. Their best possible start in an effort to take back that Gold Star trophy once again. So a particularly grueling 7 stages of the Cambrian Rally complete. The final leaderboard at the top of the BTRDA Championship opening round looks like this. Stephen Petch, then former champion in the BTRDA, back on top for the 2020 MRF Tyres BTRDA Rally Championship opening round, the Cambrian Rally. That is a daily roundup of the action from this opening round, and we'll have full coverage for you in the next few days here on Special Stage. We'll see you then.